dives, well, they've dived the vent. They're down B in the bomb. No. It's not joined them. It's taken a bit of a vacation. Obo, top of the hut, tippity top, shooting down with those dualies, double pistols, and even more effect as Complexity take this advantage. Blame getting caught. Xantares jumping around the corner like a mad lad. Obo dead as well. And Big, they've wrapped the yard. They're coming back for this bomb, and they've taken the advantage.
Have. Big Clan still 4 alive in this round, just poisoning Fig to try to stop this plant. They line up, and it's Xantares that lines Keto up. That was certainly not in the plans.
Config shut down as well.
1 AK there on Xantares. Blame Meth is going to try to squeak his way into the site. For the time being, it's going to be Obo that takes first contact there towards the back halls. With the Deagle, he's trying to ring out a shot. Eventually, Config comes to help.
Oh, here he is. Okay, I thought Xantares was going to be on for a roll there, but instead, Big are getting rolled, and Sezon now. Oh, my word.
Well, this is awkward.
They are rubbing each other in this ring. It is a massage in the smoke and poison. Not one for the masseuse. He'll turn around and shut down.
Game's become more T-sided lately, but still the most difficult half of the game, safe to say. Flash down ramp, Poison waiting. Wow, what a shot. The pistol's out as well as he looks for more. They're chasing him down with the Glocks. Blame's coming for support. Poison will be killed down lower, but Blame is not letting them get down for free. He is firing off some big bullets. They are going to lodge themselves in the corpses of Big.
Yeah, here, Big. They're just hoping that Complexity get overzealous, right, and give something up. You're also knowing that the longer you spend here, the more time you waste, the odds are the more utility this Complexity squad are going to expel. And, you know, everything makes a difference here in the long run. It's still so early on that you do want to try and hamstring your opponent's money as much as you can. And even if it's just forcing a rebuy, you know, a $600 in Sindri, that makes... Oh, no. Thankfully, Rush had his wits about him up there on the rafters and is able to keep in these strats. And so they want to have everything they could possibly need, taking another partial investment here.
Oh, the spam's so good. Obo gets a kill and a half. He's been flashed off, though. Luckily, support again from Blame. He's so good at coming in on this rotation. He buys time for Obo to close the round.
Going down towards this B bomb site, and they've isolated Sezon. But look at this wrap from Xantares. Luckily, Blame gets a drop on it ahead of time. So even though he doesn't get that kill, the information's huge. This wrap could have sealed the deal for Big. It has bought them precious time, and time was the one thing that Complexity don't have a lot of, and now it's manpower as well. That time at too far tick, they've got to try and hold on to these weapons, but it's only Obo to survive. Big get away with 2, and they'll get that second round on the board with the B play.
Meet them as they get to main, but doing it mid-round's risky, so Big get away with it. 2 rounds to their name. Sezon, he lost that last round. He's got a scout to play with in this one.
Pearson. Now the smokes for outside are going to come through. I saw some of these smokes last night. Didn't go so well for us. Perhaps it goes a little bit better for Big Clan.
Yeah, they have a lot of variations of these smokes. I think that's something you have to give credit to Big for, right? They throw out a...
Oh, okay.
That's off of spam.
Yeah. Oh, no! Come on, no more. No more. Surely this is where it comes to a close. Surely they're hiding in that smoke. Poison didn't see it, but Blame F is on the angle and Poison is on 3 in this round. He just might be able to get a little bit more here.
They're going to see Poison before Blame can stop them, though, if they come out of this angle. So run boost across, it's going to get hurt. Blame knows where they both are, and he can start to fire off. That's one. Poison's attention diverted. Keto gets a kill onto Config aggressing in main, but at 10 seconds, it's all about saving. Cole might try and kill him after time. He's going to take a quick
The new Pro Tour circuit definitely gives some room there for teams on a more kind of like local level to grow.
Yeah, they won Prem finals and therefore got a spot at Anaheim, which was pretty cool. So I like to see more, you know, UK qualifier events lead into the bigger picture, and that is the ESL Pro Tour. We'll get to more about that later, though. It's a 5-on-2 right now. Xantares' dig is dirty, but Config is going to crouch peek into it, and the Glock is made quick work of 5 alive Complexity. One thing that has been really good about these rounds is the cleanliness.
Fast door play attempted, and attempted might be the operative word. It's very successful here for Big. Molotov up into heaven. That's going to
Current situation, the current endeavor we have on our hands.
Click the link, Trace. I'd recommend doing that first.
I don't know.
Click the link, Trace.
Yeah, Poison's been very good, at least with the AWP on the Raptors. There was
the heart is one of the hardest working muscles in the human body. If not, maybe not for Blame F, but then it would be the arms. In this round, you got to have a big brain, you got to have a big heart. Ooh. And, well, someone's not shy of that. That's Poison up in heaven. We'll get mollied out, but Xantares found over in main. Complexity 7-3.
What we do need to look at, pay attention to, is this wall of smokes from Big. Again, they have variations of this, like you guys pointed out, and so far, so good.
Yeah, no curved guns, just straight shooting here for Big. Down the sight, Sezon boosted up on top of the red box. Oh, he spotted ahead, and Blame is dead. Jumps to it. As that smoke fades, Poison's been given an opportunity to stop the late red cross, but he's just moved off the angles. Xantares taking his time. Big, they're not committing to a lower play here. They're coming back up secret and looking to take this top site, very potentially. But I say that, there's only one man in the lobby, and he's taking his time. It's Tizian watching the back line. Big. Funnily enough, there's no one lower. Complexity with a man disadvantage have just conceded that site. Big are not interested, though, and they could be walking into the stack as a result. This could be the undoing of this team here, as they had a free bomb plant available and instead are taking the tricky route. You would imagine Complexity would rotate down, but they just decided not to with a man disadvantage. Poison is making a lot of noise here, this ramp run. Big, you're gonna hear it. There's a player up heaven. Obo can spray the Krieg, dropping the bomb, and that's the round done. 15 seconds, no way you can retrieve that back up at the rafters. Tizian and Sezon, all to do, nothing to do it with. And, oh, that's insult to injury, salt in the wound. Config's gonna shoot him in the back of the head. It's a saved AWP here for Sezon, and an 8th round for Complexity.
Poison here with the AWP has been a reoccurring thing. Blame F going aggressive, though, that's an original. Not seen yet from the big squad. Xantares, while he does get one, Blame F has torn this whole round away from Big. Any hope that they had is out the window. Tizian alone, 1v3. Rush is going to shut him down. Complexity up 9-3. And it looks like we're going to see a replay of this aggression towards outside, only this time it's Poison laying down the pain. Obo's alongside in Tabson, able to get one. Obo's just still putting up numbers. Where are these? He's pushed lobby. He's pushed lobby. He's in the back line, and this round is over.
How else do we provide the content that you know and love?
Well, yeah. You love it, you wear it, and right now, Complexity, they're wearing a face of embarrassment in this round. They're losing to these pistols. Poison and Obo, though, they've been shining stars, diamonds in the rough, and this time, it's just Poison. He's getting shipped down and finished off by Tizian.
Register, but boy, is that some damage. Poison gets tagged as well, dropping down towards Hell. Blame spotted a man behind main. He's stuck out on a limb, and Tabson now has no limbs left. He's lost his face. Blame can back up now with an advantage. Big have taken deep map controls. Xantares pushed up and trying to clear the close corners in the garage. He's going to have a nasty surprise if he goes towards spawn side. Blame is waiting in a very patient position here, giving a lot of room to Big. I like this from Cole. You know, Big have not been keen to take the secret control, and Cole have had really good gambles when it comes to, you know, predicting Big hitting that upper site despite them having secret. This time they have 2 players down lower. One of them will rotate off, and Blame is going to get tagged as he gets forced back. Him and Xantares, a battle of sub 10 HP. Config might come out to assist.
Last round of the half, and it does look like Xantares knows that Blame is down here in spawn. He's going to hold him in place. Molotov's going to force him back, so that's going to force a fight. Kito's going to find one for himself on config, and somehow, some way, it's not gone the way he planned it to towards CT spawn. Of course, the timing of Poison peeking out from upper certainly does help. Rush keeping him honest, though. Xantares on 8 HP, the last one here, and that's going to be the last one of the half.
With the dink to Xantares, they've dropped him down to the depths below. Obo opening up, keeping that KD on good appearances, but Sezon inside of the hut has dropped the bomb. It's pandemonium on this top site. Complexity trying to get back into A, and there's so many CTs here. Another one in the vent to try and rotate up. Poison's got the bomb back, though, and they don't have to commit, but Blame is here and no longer. Now just leaving it to the young gun of Poison. Not got the AWP, but what can he do with a Glock?
And luckily for Complexity, there's several rounds cushion here. as they see 11-rounded first half on their CT side, holding Big Clan off. But losing this
that coming into this series is Dust 2 if we get there.
Are we finally going to see a conversion from Big? Because it's not gotten off to the best of starts. This Scout of Poison is getting away with a lot of damage here. Thankfully, Tabson alleviates some of the pressure, but it might only be briefly, because now Blame F is here as the Eagle finally able to finish off Tabson, and that's going to keep them out advantage in favor of Complexity. Big, they have not been able to convert a single pistol round thus far, in spite of winning every single one in this series. And that statistic might be about to get even more deadly during crunch time here of this second map. Late smokes down towards outside. I like this. Complexity held on to these for a very, very long while. Didn't throw them in early. That means if you're Big, you haven't had the chance to block them with a Molotov. You haven't created any space there, gotten information from it. And they're not even using the wall of smokes. This is all a fake. And this has kept attention towards outside. Tizian was down in secret having to hold for this. Keto, his footsteps over at ramp. And so now Tizian has his work cut out for him. Down towards the double doors. Flash goes out. Doors now swing wide. Bomb plant denied, but the trade is found. And this is going to leave Keto in the hot seat. 1 versus 3. And his cheeks are burning. Keto thinks down Oboe back at the site. Sprays onto Config. Ooh. Now down to the 1v2. Deagle's on the other side. One shot's all that's required for Blame.
They don't know it has happened, though. That's not confirmed. And so no one's rotated down towards lower just yet. That's a nice shot from Sezon. He actually gets a dink through the box onto Poison, down to 8. And talking of down, Complexity are running down to lower.
Yeah, they're going to cross pretty safely. Ooh. Poison, the only one that's taken a hit so far, and it's Keto in the vents. 5-7, just letting them have it. Rush and Blame F even the score up. 3v2, Searson and Xantares. 1 scout, 1 deagle, no kit in hand.
Timing's everything here. Searson has just gotten towards ramp, and so that's actually helped Xantares out so much. He didn't envy his position at first, having to watch so many angles. As time's ticked away, he catches the timing on the vent push. Complexity tried to leave this B site. They'd already sent Oboe up to secure the top side, and he can't manage that. Xantares and Searson getting the job done.
Keto's continuing Big. Don't have that AWP. It's a scout. It is doing damage, and 2 shots to the chest of Config will seal his fate. Oboe getting spammed in the lobby. They boosted up on top of Red. Searson, he did this a bit in the first half. Is he ready for it? No. Blame with the Krieg takes him down. And Complexity, they've at least secured the 4-on-4 here. We've got the old Boomich down lower. Tabson spotting and ready to drop this smoke and just run away the second he sees anyone. Keto's pushed inside the lobby, perfect timing, but Rush swivels and takes the kill. It's traded quickly. They know there's at least 1 more man in the lobby, and the bomb's been dropped as well. Tizian can just bail. You don't need to hold on to this position.
Oh, they smoke. This could be the vent drop. It's going to be the idea. And they get Poison down. That's going to get heard, but Blame's been caught. This is Poison now alone, and there's already a man at ramp. Ooh. Poison does win that fight onto Xantares. Needs to clutch this out in the 1v2. Bomb down now. And it's Big that find themselves against the clock. It's an open plant. Poison hiding at ramp with 2 players here on this side of Big. This is going to get tricky. Kit is on Tizian, but it's got to be Tabson on the defuse, and that's
you want to save here for Complexity anyway, unless you get that AWP, because you want, of course, more money. The loss bonus waiting to be injected. Xantares has found first blood towards ramp. Poison's gone down early. Complexity are loving this boost towards outside as well. Really trying to set their players up to find early frags. But nothing is presenting itself. That AWP is about to peel out into position, and the perfect timing. Oboe's looked away, and he is gone.
Yeah, Searson, over here towards his hell position, he is phenomenal. Keep an eye on that, because this angle is so good for him. He loves looking through. Ooh! Okay. Blame, mid-air with the deagle.
Reasonable.
I was going to say, you know, for Searson, he's more than a safe pair of hands there. For him, you know, he's like a super hands. That crack that he looks through really
Xantares is the only man here. He's got to step up.
Oh, Searson arriving. That AWP shuts down the first. There's Xantares to help out, and this tag team is getting tags across the board. Xantares coming alive. And he might be on for the 4K rush alone. This entire round has been torn from the hands of Complexity. Xantares, the menace, finally dealt with, but Rush, will get himself another. And you can sometimes tell when someone's feeling it. It looked like he was for a second there, but the timing just off. Keto swinging.
We're going to bring you up. We're going to give you a little bit of a showcase on this stream. We're actually going to have some after this.
Xantares over at ramp, he'll get dunked on. Too many players, too little time, but for tabseN, he loves the challenge. Double kill, and the bomb drop. That's landed down in the cubby hole. This round now becomes very, very hard for Complexity. Obo, if any man could get me believing again, it's Obo, and obviously Config as his partner in crime. Now it's tabseN left to try and shut down these two evaders of the law. tabseN. Ooh, timing. What? Flicks back onto Config. Just Obo, and he prays, but Obo's faster. Complexity. Blame now pouncing over outside. Blindsides tabseN. Xantares, he tried to take this opportunity on the back of seeing these smokes, on the back of hearing all of this and seeing the movement. He tried to go aggressive over at ramp. Now that actually leads to his demise. Big, 2 players down. They might just have to concede this 14th round against their will. Bomb plant coming in. Config plugging in those numbers. And Blame F continuing to hurt towards outside, but he does actually get picked up.
Oh, I like that blue smoke as well. Goes up on top of, even a boost inside of A. This is crazy. Cole have so many ideas in this round, and they've dropped down Vent off the back of that top site kill. They had a smoke on top of the blue box. You see tabseN can't see above Silo, and Cole can get so deep in the yard. It is pandemonium. They are all over the place. Xantares trying to force players out of the site with utility, but they have done the same to him. Grenade to follow, potentially. That molly is not going to stop the bomb plant from coming in. It's a 3-on-3 retake. Do or die for Big.
Rush here, close to ramp. 2 players on the other side. And he's caught the timing on a Keto and Xantares. This round is over. Sezon, no chance at the retake today. Complexity, 15. As now they reach map point. They are looking. It can't be so unsafe for work that it gets us taken off the air.
You can do it, but we're just not going to show it. Oh, that's a start. And that's a finished game. This is done. This is over. Get him out of here. Send him home. It's surely Big falling apart. 2 players dropping in mini with no clue what's going on, trading weapons around. And Xantares, the final man to fall, and Complexity. What a